We've talked about for a long time the whole impact of horn flies on cattle is weight gains is the number one thing that most people are concerned about, because weight gains are going to play directly into their pocketbook. So when you think about a stocker or even a mama cow having 40 blood meals a day from one single horn fly, and when you start multiplying that times hundreds of thousands of horn flies per animal, you can see why they're pretty stressed out, and that's obviously not comfortable for them and doesn't allow them to be efficient. If you're stressed out, you're not going to perform the way you want to perform. And so that animal's in the corner of the fence line fighting flies, stressed out, stomping, kicking, doing all the things that you as a producer don't want them doing. You want them out there grazing, comfortable, and growing and putting weight on. And when they're fighting flies, they're not doing that. In the OSU stocker study, basically what we had were two groups. A group with no fly control, and then a group with our Altosid IGR fly control. And so the whole idea behind that was just to find out, does it make that big of a difference to control flies on stockers, and what impact does that have on weight gains? And obviously in that study it showed that it did have a big impact. More than 15% difference in weight gain, and the difference between the treated herd and the untreated herd, that comes out to almost 28 pounds, so a little over 27 pounds in weight gain difference. You start putting that into a calculator, or you start comparing it to cattle costs, all of a sudden you start realizing, man, that's costing a lot of money. Those horn flies are costing you by not getting those extra weight gains that the treated herd was getting versus not doing fly control. You know, a lot of times that can make a difference between breaking even or making money to a cattle producer. But when you look at that study, if you want to put ROI to it, we found that it was a 6.5 to 1 ratio on the investment that someone was putting in with their fly control to the return that they were getting. So when it comes down to you looking at it costing you maybe $5, $6 per animal to do fly control for a season, where it's on the flip side, if you don't, you look at just at that OSU stocker study, the difference of 28 pounds in weight gains. You do that at just $1.50 a pound, and do the math on that, and it tells you right there. It's an investment in your herd, it's not a cost added expense to your herd.